Test. Oh, hello, Gothic. How you doing? Oh, I'm repeating myself. Hold on. Okay. Doing good? That's good to hear. I am doing pretty good myself. I was supposed to stream yesterday, but my brother came over, so we hung out. I forgot that in a couple weeks, or actually next week, he'll be going to the Philippines to for like the official wedding because they got married last year. So they're probably gonna have like an official wedding. Um, I think like he wants to watch Squid Game, like just binge the whole thing right before he goes. So I'll probably be doing that on Saturday. And then this weekend is gonna be grandfather's 90th birthday. There's gonna be too many people in that one house. So yeah, hopefully after January, I'll be peacefully left alone. Tiny house, I assume. I would say that it's a suburban house. It's the house they've lived in for like, I don't know, 20 plus years. But the problem is that there's like over 50 people. Um, that means like I don't even know where they're gonna where are they all gonna sit? It's winter as well. It's like one of the coldest months. But yeah, I guess we'll figure that out when the time comes. Lotus Day. The stream is alive once more. Yes. How you doing? Oh, um, dude, I can't wait till spring gets here. See, I like winter. Um, I just I like it especially now since I don't have to drive. But yeah, it's freezing over here. It's gonna snow tomorrow. I am not excited for that. I don't mind the snow at all. I'm well. That's good to hear. So what we see here is not what we're gonna be working on today. I just decided to share it because it's something that I'm gonna be using to develop an actual PNG, I guess. Like the little guy that I'm using is drawn by someone else, so I'm gonna be replacing it with a character that looks more like this because it looks closer to what I look like. And I'm probably gonna be doing a costume design on it though for a character that I have in mind. Um, it looks way too young, but that's just what happens when you draw yourself in an anime style, I guess. But I have a couple of requests that I have to get working on. It's been like months since they've requested it, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Let me try to get the references for that pulled up at the side. No, no, that's not okay. It's supposed to open on another display, but it's not gonna move. I guess not. Right. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. Yeah, those are just YouTube videos that I download to watch because I don't like watching ads. So I just download the video with some application that I have, and I just watch the video locally. That way I can watch it on my own time as well. Um, Rather than adding to the 150 tabs that I already have. Let's see here. Okay, so I have to connect to my laptop because that's where all the references are. And we can probably start with like two at a time actually. Because I started with Hagane Luka. I didn't like how it was turning out though, so I'm gonna restart it for the fourth time. So I'll keep this here just in case I want to like go back to it. Um, but let's see if I can just start a new one, and hopefully it feels. What the fuck? Why do they have to add rap to everything? Let me find this track. Okay, that's getting deleted. Move to trash. A special way to avoid ads even when YouTube detects your ad blocker. I'm on an iMac, so I'm using Safari. It might be a problem to get that set up. I've tried like a few things, but it like they always work temporarily, so I had to keep revising what I was or updating what I had set up. I know that Opera apparently Opera GX has that's what the browser's called, I believe. But like they apparently have like a way to do it, but I haven't really looked into it. I assume that it's like a Windows thing. Oh, I guess I should have asked. Is the music volume acceptable? Because every time I put my earbuds in, it like changes the entire volume level. Like it says it's peaking, and then I have to reduce it, but then it occasionally starts to peak on its own, anyways. As long as it's not louder than my voice and it's not like causing problems. Yeah, and it's not gonna be a problem on YouTube, Gothic. Don't worry. At least it shouldn't be, because like there shouldn't be any music. Seems fine to Lotus. That's good. Actually, maybe I will use this after all for the redeem. Like if it continues to like, there are parts of it that I can maybe fix. Like the head's too big, for example. Maybe I can just shrink it down quickly. But I wanted to start it over for a bunch of reasons. But maybe I'll just maybe I'll stick with it. Oh, this drawing forgot about it. Yeah, I was thinking of restarting it again, which would have been the fourth time. But I think maybe if I just shrink the head down, maybe it'll be acceptable. Uh, Sparrow, hey, how you doing? This looks sick. Thank you. I'm trying to fix certain parts of it because the head seems too big. Maybe if I lower it. I don't think it's actually updating what the preview is supposed to look like because it's out of the box. Wow, that's kind of weird. That's a weird glitch. Let's see what happens if I just hit enter. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just gonna merge everything and do it again. All right, so this should work. Shorts go like this. I think it's still a little too big. So let's push it back here. I think it's better at least. I don't know if it's gonna need some more adjustments in the future, but either way, how you guys doing? I don't think I asked. Moron and Sparrow. Had the had the worst time of my life. Uh, Night of the 6th and the morning of the 7th, bed was cold. But aside from that, okay. Is there like no heat where you are, or did it break? I think it was broken, maybe not running optimally. The vent was open in your room, because that happened to me once. The vent wasn't actually open and the whole room got super cold. I tend to double blanket when it gets really cold, but yeah. As for me, I'm good. Just really busy. Or I should say really occupied with stuff still. Like for most people I think everything kind of chills out after the New Year's stuff, but for me there's a bunch of events still happening. Grandfather's birthday on top of your usual art day and task. Not only that, my brother's gonna go to the Philippines to get married or to have a wedding. He's already married, but it's like it was like a civil marriage, so like it's just the state stuff technically, so not really legitimate for anyone serious about marriage. Um, so they're gonna go have their proper wedding in the Philippines. I think they'll be out for a month or something. Um, Before he's gonna go, he'll be over here for a bit. We're gonna watch Squid Game season 2. We'll just binge the whole thing before he leaves. I think they're mother, father-in-law on sister-in-law's side. I guess that's redundant to say, but yeah, they're probably gonna be taking the pets. They probably have people who know how to take care of pets when they end up going to the Philippines too. They won't be going for as long because obviously they have to come back for like work and stuff. The two of them will be gone for a while. And then maybe February I'll be at peace. Wait, actually I think February is one of my friend's birthdays. Like Yeah, maybe. I don't really know. Maybe he'll come here. Actually, no. He might not. Yeah, he might be doing something else over there. Busy, busy New Year's. It's only because I don't like dealing with people. It's actually not like super busy. It just it throws off my rhythm because then suddenly people are here and I don't know. I mean, I can't like focus on what I normally do. Invasion of space. How about you? Anything in particular? Anything of note happening? I need to probably think more about what I'm doing in terms of like the vouchers because I try to finish the sketches too much and I shouldn't do that. I should probably just like really try to keep it to a sketch. I'll probably try that with this one. Like it has to come out in a way that looks decent in terms of like effort has been put in. Um, but it can't be. I can't try to like push for super completeness in terms of like shading it and everything. Hey, sorry. Just dropping by to see the art. Anyways, hope you have a good day. But yep, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Let me actually check something. So we're okay. Let's see what I can do in 20 minutes. I'm gonna check at the hour to see how I'm progressing. Because I wanted to get at least two done today. This and another one, but I'm either not doing the sketches rough enough, like I'm trying too hard to get things to look proper or whatever, and I need to like chill out about that, or I'm overestimating my ability. One or the other. Well, probably a combination of both, but hands seem kind of big here. Yeah, compared to the other one, it's definitely humongous. So I'm gonna shrink that down a bit. That's good enough. Let me see if my tea is cold. Or has cooled down enough to drink. Fuck. Okay, I burnt my tongue. That shit's still hot. I'm not really designing the outfit. I'm not in the mood to do that. It just takes so much brain power. I'm just gonna do random shit. I know your goals, general goals for the years, and I have assumed what your project is, but where are you setting the start date for those potential things? So I have two ideas about this. Um, do we do a bi-monthly or do I set the bar really low? So like bi-monthly in terms of every 2 months produce um first I need to design them shit fuck. By the end of the year one chapter. One chapter being like I guess 40ish pages, which I'm supposed to be able to output monthly if I want to do that successfully. Okay, so wait, let's do this calculation. I'm gonna bring a calculator here. Even if it's 12 pages? 12 pages what, like a month or let's uh let's say it's 12 pages a month. And let's say it's 6 hours a page, 72 pages. Divided across let's say 30 days average. That's 2 hours and four or 2.4 hours every day. And I do have the time for that, so and then let's add per day of drawing. Let's say I have no over the year 12 is insane. I don't even know if the industry would be doing that. The industry does a well, I guess it depends on which industry we're talking about. Japan, Korea, China, their standards are really, really, really high. Yeah, 12 per month, 40 to 60 a manga page per month is probably not standard, but like if you want like a long running series and you're going to be releasing monthly, 40ish pages I think is what they normally do. Uh Obviously that's like a more than one person. Oh yeah, yeah. One guy probably not that much. The thing is that Kern, he's in the Philippines. I think he's doing art full time. I'm not actually sure. Either way, he's producing. Uh, there's no way for me to know for sure because I don't know if he's like stockpiling pages in for a couple months and then releasing them in a monthly. But it looks like he wants to do a monthly. Uh, let's say an average of 30 pages a month, which is, I guess, pretty crazy if you're an indie because that's one page a day. Depends on the art quality. It depends on the art quality as well too. I think it's feasible, but obviously I'm not there yet. I'd have to like either downgrade the art quality or I don't have the funds to hire someone. And the whole point of learning to draw was not to hire anyone. So I was gonna say hire someone to do like the like another part of the art parts. Sheesh. Oh, let me. It's oh fuck. This song is making me feel extra tarded. So okay, let's get a little better brush. No, not that. Letter tip? Yeah, that's better. One page equals 6 hours. Oh, fucking hell. One page. For this rate, make it 7 hours. Let's make it a whole day, 1 page per day, right? Like let's just make that kind of a goal. Yeah. So let's just fucking get rid of all this. 30 pages. Bi-monthly. So I'll give myself like double time essentially. Uh, so this one I'm a bit of a question about. Um, should I stockpile them for like half a year and then start to release them towards the end of the year? Because I feel like whenever it's like a bi-monthly thing, or if it's not at least a weekly thing, um, attention span kind of falls off. Like they don't really pay attention to it. Of course, you can extend the shelf life of it by obviously constantly streaming what I'm drawing and uh, putting updates online and stuff over like on Twitter or wherever you're releasing it. You release teasers, etc., etc. So maybe I should be uh, maybe 15 pages a week, but I have them stockpiled in advance. My opinion remains unchanged. I feel like you're the guy that makes that call as a creator. I'm not. I'm not the raw audience. Hmm. But for this question, you could answer. Like my obviously my output and all that stuff, you don't have enough information to make that assessment. But as an audience or like as someone who reads manga, do you prefer if it's bi-monthly or do you prefer if it's like a monthly release of like a chunky 30 page plus 40 page whatever, or do you think that it's 15 pages weekly is better? Personally, I think like 30 to 40 pages per month is better. Depends on the content. Yeah. So if you have like a more or less a contained story per release, it's probably better to do that in chunks, like 30, 40. If you have like segments, like, a battle manga where it's just going to be kind of, the hero gets the upper hand and then it looks like they're going to win, but no. And then you have to wait till next week and then maybe they get the upper maybe it looks like the hero's gonna lose and then whatever, right? And then you get that going back and forth for a month. If it's that kind of content, I guess that makes more sense. I think bi-monthly is good for massive chunks, not too long of a wait, while still enough to go back and reread stuff for the story. Talking about a comic release schedule, yeah. So I guess I ask you the same question. Do you prefer if something? Let's just keep it to my example then, where it's like a graphic novel. It's gonna have like complex story arcs and uh, narrative depth and stuff. It's not gonna be a battle manga where it's like fighting like Dragon Ball Z or something. You think that should be delivered in small pieces throughout the week or in like a large chunk? He's talking about Mpreg art shit. No. The classic method is one chapter episode per week. until the end of the season. Yeah, for like shonen and stuff, right? But for example, Full Metal Alchemist didn't release like that. Full Metal Alchemist released like 30, 40 pages either every month or bi-monthly. I can't actually remember. And something like Full Metal is probably more towards what I'm trying to build. Going on hiatus risks losing them, yeah. Consistent release per week captures an audience and a pattern. The thing is that with weekly release content, it's possible that I could release teasers and stuff related to the thing. Obviously, gonna be streaming, doing work on it, so it's not like it's radio silent, um, like it would be for the classic manga people, right? Different from commercial to indie creator audiences. I don't know if I told you guys, but I supported an indie comic scene from a couple of years ago that completely imploded. I do have some of their comics still. They're pretty mediocre, but at least they put in some effort for a time. Now they just evolved into drama. You can probably pull some of them up on what's it called? A desk stream or an IRL art stream because I do have them in physical. Oh wait, I should probably have checked. Okay, so all right. I guess I'll look again at the 2 hour mark and see where exactly I am with this here. What are you ideally gonna get canceled for? If I had to get canceled for anything, I don't even know if it's possible to get canceled. Like, I'm not in a position where I can get canceled. I'll be fine. Unless, like, somehow the police get crazy. Or like swatting or something. I don't know. I guess if we're just talking about like Twitter, it would be on purpose. I would say that much. Like, I would know that what I'm about to say is going to be upsetting enough to get me public outrage. Because I have that kind of I'm assuming others don't by saying this, but sometimes it seems like they don't because they either act surprised or like I don't know. Sometimes it if they're not surprised, they're doing it for support. That's probably why I'm not trying to make them sound. I'm trying not to be cynical too much about some of the stuff that gets people canceled because they have to know that that's gonna inflame situations and stuff. But what would get me canceled? Um, is the sexual orientation stuff kind of chilling out nowadays? Because like I know before they used to go really hard on misgendering or whatever, or like if you don't think certain things are legitimate or whatever, I guess, or not necessarily legitimate, but like what's the word for it? Let's just go with legitimate. That's the only one I can think of. Because a lot of people kind of latch onto things that are not theirs, I guess. Um, I don't think it would be religious stuff. I pretty much keep that on the down low. Politics, I don't really care to like. push that on people. It would probably just be like random discussion. I can't really know. Because someone brings up something and then you just respond to it sincerely, and then someone gets mad enough to go nuts, I guess. The AI art opinions that I have, maybe that will anger someone in the art community enough. Because, like, I consider them to just be glorified generators, not really much of a threat. I think a lot of the outrage is exaggerated, and it's pretty inconsequential. Maybe that will get people. I don't know. I don't know what would work best for you, but I can speak from the perspective of retention studies. A lot of people get trained to tune in for that Monday dopamine hit from weekly release, I see. A lot of vocal minorities are horrible at purchasing products, but efficient at raising awareness for customers in the silent majority. Yeah, it's marketing stuff, right? Yeah. Like a lot of the time, they people on Twitter and stuff. I don't know if most, maybe they're more aware now, but people on Twitter will behave a certain way because they know that it's going to get people pissed off, so they can use their outrage as like a marketing machine. Publicity, I guess, is just a basic kind of thing, right? The above is a subtextual answer to the chilling out question. I think that they are also kind of lost steam slash certain people realize that a fair few don't care, so it's slightly lessened. Maybe I think like on Twitter in particular, they just kind of run away to blue sky, and that's been kind of part of it, of why like they aren't as loud anymore on Twitter. On YouTube, they've always kind of gotten called out, even if um, criticizing certain people was difficult on YouTube. Still is, I guess. But yeah, in the zeitgeist in general, it's definitely losing steam. The attitude in general, not even just select um, things. Maybe I'm still trying to think of what particular thing. I mean, it's so many things that could get you canceled. That's part of why it's hard to figure out which one it would be. Market shift in recent times is causing several projects to effectively rug pull themselves from their customer bases, and the culture at large is creating this chilling out effect in response. Yeah, and I guess like a lot of them are also, they've been in the pipeline. So they've been in the pipeline for a while. Like I think like, but let's just go with gaming, right? I don't really know specifically what Lois is talking about, but we know that in gaming that we had what's it? Concord as like one of the most catastrophic failures. It's probably an extreme example because there's like the effect that we're talking about is happening on a smaller scale to various games. But I'll let Lotus have their example. So overgeneralized Marvel, Hollywood, Western AA. Yeah, that's the big that's a big generalized, but it does paint the picture. It's like Marvel Rivals isn't that a Tencent product? It's like a Chinese. It's more burnout and lazy corporation. I don't even give them that much charity. I think they do that shit on purpose. Because it's happened too many times. The pattern is in a certain direction. And then the people involved, like the people who fund the stuff. NetEase, I think Rebels was. Consumer burnout from corporations. NetEase is an Eastern studio. So like, is it China? I guess. Because that's the impression I got. I got the impression that it was like another. It was like a Chinese product. And then in my head, I was like, oh well, maybe they had people infiltrate Blizzard and just screw everything up so they could take over. They could take the market over. But it doesn't even need to be that deep. Chinese. Yeah, I can't type about Taiwan being good, so China number one. How about you guys? Do you guys feel like it's there's more intent? Or do you guys feel like that it's just them being stupid or incompetent or execs being out of touch or whatever the other alternatives are? Or like, yeah, there's like a bunch of different alternatives. Never attribute to incompetence what you could attribute to malice. I think there's a quote that goes something like that. I just don't like them. I don't even truly have a reason. It's a gut feeling though, right? So like obviously you could spend the time and like figure out what the reasons of it are, but it doesn't really change the fact that you don't like them. So yeah, I would say that it's not really worth the time to investigate unless like I guess you're trying to like discuss it with a lot of people or something. or come to like a solution. But yeah, there's a visceral reaction that you get when you see things, and it's just like, oh, looks like it's gonna be crap. Um, and there's the people who are like, hey, it hasn't come out yet. It's like we've seen this song and dance play out so many times. I think like you know, if you ain't born yesterday, you know what's up, and then you're just gonna make your judgment call. It's gonna be right 90% of the time, and even if it's not wrong, you're not missing out on much because you probably play better games that have already been released, or watch better movies that have already been released, or can spend your time in a more productive way besides. If I'm talking face to face with a CEO, I'd say make stuff cheaper, heighten transparency, do anything new, I guess. For me, it would be um, first of all, make all the girls super hot, and secondly, make the themes universal, um, not preachy that cater to select groups, but things that actually facilitate um, what is good more across the board. I guess that wouldn't be a conversation to have with a CEO though, because that's more of a creative. Those are more creative type suggestions. They probably won't even understand. Probably more caring about the numbers and stuff. First of all, make the girls hot, then make the message universal, then make sure the girls are really, really hot. If you need, you can skip the second step if you need to. Yeah. Rule number one, always appeal to the male gaze. The male gaze, as opposed, make the make the guys hot then too. Yeah. The thing is that like they don't really target the guys in terms of making them not hot. I mean, like I guess some of them are in like in Concord particularly are not attractive at all, but there's not really like a concerted effort, it seems to me, to like desexualize males. It's never been like a narrative um that it's a problem if they're sexualized or whatever. It's such a weird term, sexualized. Like it attributes intent where there's not really. It's like the gooning thing. It's like, how do you know that? It's all gooning. It's a form of just ridicule. It would be like saying, oh, the Romans were all gooning to all the statues that they had when they were admiring the the human figure. You definitely get to have a take being an artist who does anatomy and such. Have you guys played Marvel Rivals anyways? I actually don't um know like how it plays or anything. I just assume that it doesn't play particularly well. It's just kind of similar to Overwatch. The characters look good, which is like a good chunk of what you need to sell a game. It's marketing, it's just basic. Having good characters is going to get your game seen, attractive to people and whatever. Now, Evan would have to spend a while downloading it, and then that's probably too heavy for my PC, anyways. Yeah. I think it doesn't work on the PlayStation 4 because I have a PlayStation 4. I haven't turned it on in a while, but I think it's for PS5, and I'm not buying one, so if I'm ever gonna get into gaming again, it's probably gonna be a PC. But I'll have to play the character that's just Eva 1. No clue what they have to do with Marvel. What? What character is this? Is it a giant robot character that they have? I actually don't know. I could be here all night explaining why the Western AA studio is a catastrophic mess and won't be saved, but skip to the end. It'll die and get replaced by a new generation of companies servicing their customers properly. Most likely, yeah. I think we're mostly on the same page, like without saying much. Like I can kind of I can kind of tell that we probably have consumed a lot of information that led us to similar conclusions. So it would be a bore to kind of have to type everything out. But yeah, more or less the same idea. It's gonna be surprising to them, I guess, what like a couple generations can do to make a character that they've spent decades on completely worthless because they weren't able to continue that legacy in an appealing way. at the same time, there's sometimes like an idea that I have where it's like they're doing this on purpose to those characters because those characters were important um, in a I don't know if this is the right term in like a meta way, I guess, for the society. Like if you have a character like Superman, for example, the morals that that character kind of symbolizes, um, it's like a way of tarnishing that by destroying the character. Although I guess like the morals don't necessarily belong to that character, so they're just kind of like a symbol. It still feels like cultural vandalism, though. Like destroying icons. I guess in a sense, it's an opportunity for creatives to get themselves out there. So I should probably work on my shit. Let's see. Where the okay. As much as that would make things sound planned, doubt it. They're just trying to see what sticks, and so making fast, cheap, soulless reps of a major idea is what would make the most money. It just ain't working. Some of it's also copyright stuff, apparently. Like, they have to keep using characters, versions of characters, like derivatives of them and stuff, to continue to retain copyright. Obviously, they could be doing good stuff, so there's intent there, in my opinion. Because in art, there's always, you're choosing to do things deliberately. You're always making choices when you're producing something. So it's like, it's a pretty big tell for me when they choose to do particular things. Because, like, the alternative was working just fine. Why'd you change it? Wait, I said alternative. I meant like whatever was long standing, whatever was there before. The alternative would be like the reproductions. They've been losing money on too many projects too for it to be like to give them the excuse that they're just uh like they're still trying new things to try to be successful somehow. But I don't know. I feel like wouldn't you just crawl back to your safe, the stuff that was working before? Like how long does it take for you to for you to learn? And then that's where I get the they're not trying to learn, they're doing this on purpose kind of conclusion. And then my idea of why they're doing this on purpose is more religious, more spiritual kind of stuff. So it may or may not make sense depending on who I'm talking to. That's getting into shadow CEO, government cult stuff at that point. Yeah, pretty much. The Satanist and all that stuff. So this one wraps this way. Um, then comes back down here, I guess. I've completely forgotten who this character is. If I recall, it was for Chad, and it was like some Nikki character. No, no, that's done. This is Hagane Luca, which is why I'm playing Vocaloid stuff because it's a Vocaloid character. What's her name? Megumin Luca, I think. It's like a derivative of Megumin. A, a pink-haired sister or whatever of Hatsune Miku. Oh, of course. Funny, I never got into Vocaloid stuff nor Nightcore when it was peaking, despite assuming I would liked it, and I'm still not following that industry much. I followed it to the extent of like how good is it gonna get. Same thing with like stuff like VR chat, which eventually led to the live 2D stuff that we see today. Um, so like my depth of knowledge isn't that deep. It's just kind of like peeking in behind the curtain every now and then to see what's going on. Like for example, I'm not sure if Beetle has gotten onto it yet, but I assume that he's going to make like a Vocaloid if he hasn't already of like Nero, and they can just produce records. I'm looking at the development of the AI industry in the same way now. Because like I have no interest in using it. I just want to see um, how others might use it, what it might be useful for in the future, how it might shape what's being created or the industry, I guess. I guess more so how things are being created rather than what is being created. You have enough thoughts to make a full AI stream for yourself? That's the real goal. Yeah. I know some guy was developing an AI specifically for artists to like learn how to draw at any level, I guess. The so like right now for ChatGPT, you could share the art and it will critique it based on criteria that you provide in the settings or in the comment preceding the actual image that you share, and it's pretty good. Um, but the next step is to have it do the corrections for you, I think, and that's what that guy's developing. But I can't find his YouTube videos, so I don't know uh, if he's still working on it or maybe he was successful and he sold it. I don't know. There's a guy who's building waifus. I don't know if you know. I'm asking you like you're gonna be searching this up and shit. But there's this guy who's been building his waifus for a while now. Um, was an oil painter actually. He was oil painting. That's the first video that I seen of him. And then he started to get into robotics. He started to get into programming and all this stuff, and the AI stuff too. Yeah, he's been building a waifu for a while. Oh no, I somehow had the stream muted for a while. Oh, don't worry, we weren't talking about you. I don't think you missed too much, at least. Okay, that just looks like part of the hand. If I have that piece of if I have the piece of hair there, it looks like it's part of like the thumb or something. So I can't do that. Maybe I'll no. Maybe I'll just delete it and keep the hand by itself. Okay, so we go like that, and then somehow like that, and like this, like that, and it has to come out this way, like that, I guess. I don't want to like point at her ass. So maybe we'll have it go like this behind her. Yeah, I'll do it like that, I guess. Trying to work a little faster. I just realized it's probably gonna be 2 hours already, probably. Yeah. Damn. Mm. Wonder if I should make like a punishment for me not completing at least one chapter this year. Yeah, did some yapping shading, lots of details, especially for an older drawing, so worthwhile stream. Yeah. Yup. Still, there's always a this little um indicator or whatever of not getting things done in a timely enough way. So I don't know. What do I do if I fail? I don't know. Paint my nails or something. I don't know. You're interested in the punishment thing, of course. I don't know. I'll cut my hands off. I'll apply for MAID, American or Canadian healthcare. Like that's just punishment for others. Yeah, I guess suicide is kind of like that. Um, I just thought of something though. Like, was there like I don't know if this was real because I didn't check on it, but I remember there was like someone who wanted to get like their spine snipped or something so that they could collect disability for the rest of their life or something. Like they wanted to do that. I don't know if that was like a I don't know an onion fake article or something taking the piss out of someone or if it was legit real and if it was like a procedure that was legal somewhere even. I definitely heard plenty of legitimate stories in regards to fraud and sort of injury pay, but not that. It's probably fake then. I don't know. Because it sounds crazy, but like, you know that, like, crazy shit happens all the time. But yeah, closer to getting done. Probably like an hour left on this will be done. I could probably finish it and then start on something else the next stream, like tomorrow. I'm not gonna really bother to check for a raid or anything, so I'll just like go eat and whatever. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. No, it definitely could happen. I think last year some guy tried to give themselves severe frostbite for the same general purpose. Oh, yeah, I guess that's in line. But yeah, see you more on Lotus. Sleep in a warm bed. I hope you do as well. Night. And there we go.